Imagine waking up one morning, everything around you feeling just a little heavier than usual. Your body feels sluggish, the floor beneath your feet seems harder, and even lifting a glass of water feels like more effort than it should. You shrug it off. Maybe you're just tired. But then the next day, it happens again. Only this time, the weight has doubled. Gravity itself is getting stronger, and the world you once knew is beginning to collapse. Gravity is the invisible glue of the universe. It holds us to the Earth, keeps the moon in orbit, and binds galaxies together. But what if that glue started tightening every single day? The consequences wouldn't take long to reveal themselves. At first, people would notice in subtle ways. Kids on playgrounds wouldn't be able to jump as high. Athletes would run slower, their muscles straining under the new weight of their own bodies. A simple staircase would feel like a mountain. Doctors would start seeing strange cases of exhaustion, joint pain, and collapsed lungs, because even breathing requires muscles to fight against gravity. And then, things would get worse. Our buildings, designed for the gravity we've always known, would begin to crack. Bridges would sag and break under the growing load. Airplanes would struggle to lift off, their engines unable to generate enough thrust against the crushing pull downward. Within weeks, humanity would find itself grounded, not just figuratively, but literally. Animals would suffer too. Birds would plummet from the sky, unable to keep their wings aloft. Fish would struggle as increased pressure made oceans heavier, crushing delicate species in the deep. Even trees whose trunks and branches are perfectly engineered for Earth's gravity would start to snap under their own weight. The world's ecosystems would unravel. But this is not just about Earth. Stronger gravity would warp the very fabric of our solar system. The moon would inch closer, pulled in by Earth's intensifying embrace. Tides would rise higher than ever before, flooding coastal cities and rewriting maps. Satellites would spiral downwards, burning up in the atmosphere, cutting us off from the digital networks we take for granted. And still, gravity would keep growing. Within months, human survival would become impossible. Our bones would fracture under pressure, hearts would struggle to pump blood. People would collapse, crushed by a force they could no longer resist. Civilization would grind to a halt, but gravity does not stop at Earth. If this strange new law of physics applied everywhere, galaxies would feel it too. Stars that have burned for billions of years would collapse faster, pulled into black holes. Galaxies would tighten, spiraling inward like water down a cosmic drain. And if the pull grew stronger every day, the ultimate fate of the universe would no longer be heat death, but a catastrophic collapse, a big crunch. All matter, all space, all time itself, folding inward into an unimaginable singularity. The most terrifying part? No one would know why. Scientists would argue, is it a breakdown of the laws of physics? A signal that the universe has reached some critical stage? Or maybe an unseen hand, pulling everything back to where it began? Religions would declare it the end of days. Philosophers would call it the universe coming home. But no explanation would change the reality. Every second, we would be falling faster into an impossible destiny. And yet, in the face of that collapse, there would also be clarity. For the first time, humanity would realize how fragile our existence is, how much we depend on the perfect balance of forces that keep the cosmos alive. Life is possible only because gravity is exactly what it is. No stronger, no weaker. Change that, and everything falls apart. So, what if gravity grew stronger every day? It wouldn't just mean heavier steps or broken buildings. It would mean the unraveling of the world, the collapse of galaxies, and the universe itself rushing back into darkness. But before you dismiss this as just imagination, ask yourself, how much do we really understand about the forces that shape reality? If gravity can bend light and warp time, what else might it be capable of? Could it change, even slightly, in ways we cannot predict? And if so, how long would it take before the universe begins to crush itself? And if this thought makes you uneasy, if it makes you wonder whether the universe is more fragile and mysterious than we dare to admit, then there's another question you need to face. What if the sun went out for 1 second? What if, instead of gravity, it was light itself that betrayed us? To find out, watch my video up here, because maybe the universe is not as stable as we want to believe.